I was just trying to enjoy a quiet Saturday morning ride on my heavy touring motorcycle, the kind of bike that turns heads because of its size and deep engine rumble. I had spent years saving for it, customizing it, and taking care of it, and every weekend I would ride through the neighborhood on my way to the highway. I always followed the speed limits, never revved the engine unnecessarily, and made sure to respect everyone around me. But there was one person in the neighborhood who absolutely hated my motorcycle. Her name was Karen, and she was one of those HOA board members who seemed to believe she controlled every inch of the community. From the first day I moved in, she complained about everything. She complained about my mailbox, my lawn decorations, the color of my garage door, and eventually she became obsessed with my motorcycle. Every time I rode past her house, she would glare at me from her front porch like I had personally offended her. One afternoon she marched across the street and demanded that I stop riding through the neighborhood. I politely explained that I was using the public roads and following all the HOA rules. She claimed my bike was disturbing the peace and lowering property values. I tried to stay calm and simply told her there was nothing in the HOA bylaws preventing me from owning or riding a motorcycle. That answer only made her angrier. Over the next few weeks, the complaints escalated. She sent emails to the HOA board, posted angry messages in the community social media group, and even went door to door trying to convince neighbors to support a ban on motorcycles. The funny thing was that most of the neighbors actually liked my bike. Some of them would wave when I rode by, and a few even asked questions about it because they were motorcycle enthusiasts themselves. Karen couldn't stand that she wasn't getting the support she expected. Then one morning everything changed. I was leaving for a ride just after sunrise. The streets were quiet, and I was traveling at a slow speed through the neighborhood. As I approached Karen's property, I noticed her standing near the edge of her yard holding the leash of her large dog. The dog was energetic and always barked at passing vehicles. I didn't think much of it at first because she usually kept it under control. But as I got closer, something happened that immediately felt wrong. Karen looked directly at me, stepped forward, and released the leash. The dog sprinted toward the road at full speed. For a split second I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The dog charged directly into my path, barking aggressively. I had no choice but to slam on my brakes. My motorcycle fishtailed slightly as I tried to avoid hitting the animal. The dog kept coming, circling around the bike while barking and lunging. My heart was pounding because I knew one wrong move could send me crashing onto the pavement. I managed to keep the motorcycle upright and stopped completely. The entire incident lasted only a few seconds, but it felt much longer. What shocked me even more was Karen's reaction. Instead of calling her dog back immediately, she stood there with her arms crossed. She actually looked satisfied. Eventually she walked over and grabbed the leash while accusing me of frightening her dog. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had nearly crashed because she let the dog run into the street, and somehow she was trying to blame me. I calmly told her that I had seen her release the leash. She denied it instantly and claimed the dog slipped away by accident. Unfortunately for her, she had forgotten one important detail. A neighbor across the street had been watering his lawn and witnessed the entire event. He walked over and told Karen that everyone saw what happened. Instead of backing down, she started yelling at both of us. The argument became so loud that several other neighbors came outside to see what was going on. As more people gathered, multiple witnesses confirmed they had seen Karen let go of the leash. She became increasingly defensive and insisted that everyone was conspiring against her. At that point I decided not to argue any further. I went home and reviewed the footage from the camera mounted on my motorcycle. The video clearly showed Karen standing at the edge of her property, releasing the leash, and watching as the dog ran toward me. The evidence was impossible to dispute. I reported the incident to local authorities because intentionally creating a dangerous situation involving a moving vehicle and an unleashed dog could have resulted in serious injuries to both me and the animal. When the HOA board reviewed the video, several members